Hello and welcome back to another episode of playing MotoGP 20 online, and today we're back with the normal format of just 3-lap races in some random lobbies compared to obviously having qualifying and slightly longer races in the last episode. So then for this first race we are at Motegi. I think I'm set as host of the lobby because I got to pick the track, so we can actually pick all the tracks today, and I think I'm going to avoid the ones I hate, so this might be a good episode with track variety. So waiting for the lights to go out here then. Lights out and away we go. I think that also means I'll be at the back of the grid in every single race, which is a little frustrating, but it's not too bad. And online there's been a crash already. This Podiums Yamaha's gone down. Loads of people running wide and rejoining the race in line. On the power we go. We've actually not been able to capitalise on them, unfortunately. We've got a good run compared to this Alex Marquez as we go down towards the next corner. I've got onto the grass because I was too busy looking over at him. We've hit the brakes. Up the inside we've got to stopping into this guy. I'm going to let him back through because of that, so apologies for that, but no harm done there. Just hit him a little bit out of the way, let him back through. I just did a bit of a stop. I guess because I got on the grass, really. Someone's crashed behind. Oh, it's the Podiums Yamaha again, so hitting the brakes once again for this. Up the inside goes this Alex Marquez. Really aggressive move there, forcing me out of the way, and onto the gravel he goes, and oh no! No. Oh, that was not that was so unfortunate. He dive bombs me and then runs wide onto the gravel. He crashes his bike, just slips back into the track onto my line. So we're down into 5th place. So this race has really not gone well so far. So through the hairpin curve then, he's ran wide. We're trying to cut up the inside on the power, sliding that rear end. He's got the better traction, because obviously we use the traction control 2 just to try and get a bit of a better drive, but it did spin up a little bit as we go towards the 90-degree corner then. On the brakes, I've actually gone off the track a little bit there on the curb on the outside. He's gone wide through the 90-degree corner. Up the inside of him we go, up into 4th place once again then, back past the dive bomber. So what's the gap ahead? It's going to be humongous, I'm sure of it, through Victory Corner, then on the power, sliding the rear again, out of there in first gear. What is the gap ahead as we come up towards the line? 8.8 seconds. We lost so much time because we crashed on a straight. So I think this is going to be our best position here, 4th. We're going to need a crash or 2 ahead to do anything better than that. Oh, someone ahead has crashed at the Victory Corner there. You can see them getting back on, so there's still a chance at 3rd place here. Kenny MM93 setting the fastest lap, and I'm actually starting to think that perhaps Balance Performance isn't on because his bike does not feel very good, but I will check. I think we might have done fastest lap of the race there, 44.4, or not quite fastest lap, but just shy of fastest lap. So Kamikaze goes to this Podiums Yamaha just ahead of us. Oh, okay, another guy's crashed. I think someone had just crashed before him as well, so the top 3 are all really close to me now, but I'm just too far behind. Unfortunately, getting absolutely ruined on that first lap. Someone talking in game chat as well. They must have joined after the lobby started. No, I've lost the front, Ah, that's so annoying. But I think I'll be alright anyway. Yeah, I will. The guy behind was too far behind. But I got really put off by that guy there talking in the game chat, and I completely missed my braking zone. But it's going to be 4th place in this race then. 3rd place just ahead of us there. But it's not going to quite be enough. Actually, no, I think he got took out. So we have got 3rd place there because they were waiting up for each other, I think. So then, in the end, we actually got 2nd place because of the penalties, and we were 10.5 seconds behind the guy that won the race. Our fastest lap's very close, and that guy's still not shutting up in game chat. So then, we're actually at Mugello here, and I know I said I was going to pick all the tracks that don't get picked very often, but it just picked Mugello for me anyway. I picked Renault, and then it just did Mugello instead, so quite why I did that, I'm not too sure. But hopefully we'll be in Brno for the next race. But the lights are on now, waiting for the lights to go out here at Mugello. Lights out and away we go, and I did check, Balance Performance is on. I just took a while to get used to the bike early on because obviously, well, I almost had the fastest lap of the race on the KTM, so obviously it was not on, but I've just been pushed onto the curb there, so that was not very fair. We've lost a lot of time. Oh no, someone is cutting underneath us, crashing to the side of us. I couldn't see him, to be fair. I might have sort of come across him, but I couldn't see him. He wasn't on my camera, so I was just turning in, and then he sort of hit to the side of me there. So we've got a good run on this LCR Honda, hitting the brakes, and oh, he's actually outbraked me massively into Maserati, and that'll be why. Or Materassi, whatever it is. Through Borgo San Lorenzo then. We've got a good run down towards Casanova and Savelli. I know the names of these corners. Up the inside to Casanova. We've not got that front end, so Kenny Marquez 93's fell off. So we're up into 7th place regardless of the fact that we failed the move on the LCR Honda rider. Time to settle it down a little bit and see what pans out ahead, I think. Yeah, on the run into that first corner, got absolutely squeezed out onto the curb. It was not great at all. We lost a lot of time from that. Usually I would like to swoop around the outside, but not from that far wide. We're closer back up to this LCR again. He's making a few mistakes now. He's got a little bit wide on the exit of Pelagio as we go down towards Cortaio. He's gone in very, very wide. That leaves the door open for me to ride up the inside of him. He's left the space. Fair play to him. We're now ahead of him, so we're up into 6th place now. Oh, some contact going on up ahead. Someone's down through Savelli. It's Ari. That's quite a big name to fall out of this race then. So up into 5th place, a podium on the cards as 2 Yamahas go side by side ahead. Ari's actually left the lobby now, so I'm guessing he got took out then. Unless he just is frustrated because he made a mistake and he'll rejoin in a second. This Ian guy's crashed again. He's crashed about 20 times this race. Every time it keeps coming up that someone's crashed, it's always this Ian. Yep, there he goes again. Guessing he's struggling a lot with this game. So we hit the brakes then for Cortaio. The 2 ahead have gone in a bit wide. One of them was the guy that was talking in game chat at Motegi that I couldn't mute because, well, he joined after the race had started. Oh, they've had a massive crash through the Bialdetti chicane, and that's promoted me over to 3rd position. What is the gap to the rider ahead? I don't think we'll be catching that up, but it will be another podium. It's obviously not going to tell me the gap till we get to the finish line. I can see him ahead. He is very, very far in front. But you never know how slow he might be. 43.4 then from the fastest guy, so we're not going to be catching that up. 44.3 for myself, 2.8 to the guy ahead, so he's probably doing similar lap times to the leader. I can see Ian on the map actually. He's at about turn 3, so he's about to be lapped. Hopefully he doesn't take anybody out, but I think he's genuinely just crashing, so I'm sure he'll obey the blue flag rules or probably just stay off the track and get out of the way, which it seems like he has done. He's let the leader through by the looks of it. Oh, there he goes in front of me. Yeah, so he wasn't waiting up, he's just struggling. I've ran him really wide through Casanova there. That was a terrible line. Oh, the guy in front of me's crashed. The guy in front of me's crashed. There's his bike. So he's down, I think, on the exit of the Arrabbiata 2 corner there. So up into 2nd position. It's going to be a 2nd place here if the rider behind doesn't catch up. And it is Kenny MM93, and he is closing up very rapidly on that Repsol Honda. Obviously, he had some fantastic pace in the previous race. Same with the other guy behind him. The 2 Hondas from the last race were very, very fast. I think they are catching up to me. Probably my worst track, half a second behind, with just over a corner to go. It's going to be close as we go into Buccini. I've got a little bit wide into Buccini, but hopefully that'll allow me to keep the run. He's trying to go for the dive. He's not quite been able to make it, but you can't blame him for going for it. And he's not too far behind. He's not quite going to get the slipstream up towards the line there. So it's going to be 2nd position here. Not a bad result at Mugello, to be honest. So then, the lobby seems to have dropped like flies. There's 6 people left. But 2nd position, they're 6.4 seconds by the guy in front. That's a massive margin. Absolute domination by that rider there. So then, here we are at Aragon this time. So I picked Aragon. We did just do a race at Brno, but it got interrupted for me by something. So, unfortunately, I didn't want to pick it again and make everyone play it again. So we're not playing Brno now. But wait for the lights to go out. Lights out, and away we go. So we go down towards the first corner. Oh, there's been a crash before we even got there, and that bike has collected a few riders. It hit me, but luckily I did not crash. Through turn 2 then. Oh no. A few riders going, well, that guy's just crashed on his own there. I don't know whether he got lag hit by somebody. Looked like a very strange crash. Another Rossi's got a bit wide. He's been dive bombed, and now he's going for the dive bomb back, and now he's getting in my way a little bit. We've hit him up the back because obviously he was slow on my line. Because he did a failed block pass. He's gone on the green a little bit as we go towards his right-hander. Then he's gone in extremely wide. He's lost the front now, so that's lost him the position. Sliding that rear end for me as we go down towards the backwards corkscrew section. We're going on the outside of this Petrucci. We can't quite make it work behind him. So we'll try and get the switch back on him. Oh, who is that corner cutting? That completely cut me off guard there. But we're still on the inside of this little Petrucci. Up the inside we go, up into 4th position. Sliding the rear end. We've got a little bit wide. That's allowed him back through. As we go down towards turn 12, hitting the brakes, bit of a stoppy. Oh, we've lost the rear into 12. That's not great. So we've still behind this Petrucci. We really should have got past him a few corners ago, but I've managed to squander a chance of that. Someone's gone in a little bit wide. I thought he was going to go to the gravel then, not quite. That's going to affect his run out of this corner. That could affect it the whole way down the straight, and the Petrucci looks like he's ready to take advantage. Oh, just picked up a penalty. I corner cut that so much Half a second's a little harsh though in my opinion, but fair penalty. I made a bit of a mistake, turned in too much for that corner. I almost did it again for this turn 7, but we're still behind this Petrucci here. Oh, horrendous accident up ahead. I don't know what's happened. Have we been promoted up to 4th place? Someone's waiting. Oh no, we've hit straight to the back of them. Waiting on the racing line. Yeah, not the best idea, to be honest. So unfortunately, we're back down to 5th again, although we're back up into 4th. I think we overtook the guy that I rammed up the back. This is a crazy, crazy race. I have no idea what went on there. I think what's happened, someone has waited up a lap and took out some of the leaders. I think that's the rider in front of us, actually a lap down. So it's unfortunate when that kind of thing happens. They seem to be waiting up though, luckily. The riders ahead, because of obviously all the carnage. The guy that was a lap down's now crashed, so there's a battle for the podium then, the top 3. And I'm just off the back of it by 2 seconds there. Oh, there's been a crash ahead. The Petrucci's gone down. I've got him way too hot into this last corner. It completely took my eye line there. And it looks like there's a battle for the podium then on this last lap. Repsol Honda versus KTM versus Yamaha for the victory. 52.7 being the fastest lap I just set there, although I did get a penalty. 48 from the guy behind. So I don't know how far behind he is actually. 47 for someone further back, that Rossi that fell off earlier on in the race. So unfortunately then, as we come down towards the last corner, these two ahead were a lot quicker than me. So they absolutely left me for dust there. Someone's waiting again right at the end. Luckily we haven't crashed into him. Again waiting right in the middle of the track. I think he has been hit by somebody though. But there we go, through the last corner then. It's going to be a 3rd place. So another podium finish in this lobby. So then, 46.3 being my quickest lap right at the end there. 44.2 for the guy that won, absolutely cleared off. I'm pretty bad at Aragon, not really sure why I picked it. Just thought it doesn't get picked online very much. So on to the next one. Hopefully we can do a little bit better. I really want to try and get a win in this lobby. So then, here we are at Misano. A quite popular track, but it doesn't get picked online as much as it used to be. So I thought I'd give it a go this time. I'm not sure what track I'm going to pick next, but it is nice being the one picking the tracks for once. So traction control 2, Palmo 2, waiting for the lights to go out here. Lights out and away we go, off the line. There's been a crash already before we even got to the first corner, hitting the brakes then for the first time. We've been dive bombed. Oh, whoa, whoa! What, well, how have I been caught up in that? I don't know, but that was absolutely horrendous. Bikes flying everywhere, and I've been clipped by one. There's still bikes respawning. We're back up into 5th place even after a crash. That is unbelievable scenes. So at the end of this first lap then, 4th place is 8 tenths ahead. Hopefully I'll be able to catch him up quite quickly. We've gained loads of time on him already. Hopefully we'll be able to pass him pretty quickly, and then maybe a pursuit on the podium. I don't know how far those guys are ahead, but hopefully maybe one of them will crash or something. Around the outside we go through the Variante de Parco, but we've not quite been able to do it as we go into Rio. Someone has crashed ahead actually, so they're not too far in front now. Someone's right behind me as well, which is not good. The rear sliding all over the place there. Thought it was going to crash. Oh, it's Kenny MM93, and he's got at the inside. He's kind of crashed me off. So that's a bit annoying, but we're now fighting for the podium. So it's like Yamaha crashed again, and Kenny, wow, Kenny's making his presence known, and the guy that he's done it to was not happy about it. As you can see, trying to get the power down. I've actually used the wrong gear, meant to be in first there to try and fire it out. So we've not capitalised. We go down towards Tremonto then, up the inside. Are we going to go? That guy's gone in wide. Kenny's gone in a little bit wide on the power then, trying to square it off on the curb. So up into 4th place. Can we have a look at Kenny 93 or MM 93? Because he absolutely bashed me out the way. I picked up a penalty by going wide to Buccini, fair enough. Bit of a mistake on my part there. Someone's waiting up. Again, wider people. Oh, and Kenny's bottled it under the pressure. He's lost the front. So we're back up into 3rd place now. Obviously, we've got quite a big penalty to contend with as well. And there is someone not too far behind us. So 1 lap to go. We're not out of the woods yet as we go a bit wide into the Misano corner. Losing a bit of time there as we're getting ready to start the final lap. What is this time going to be? 1 minute 31.7. So not quite as fast as the riders ahead of us, unfortunately. So into the Misano corner. Then we've gone a little bit wide through the last corner. Coming up towards the line, it's going to be yet another podium in this lobby. So we're getting so many podiums, but they're all 3rd places. I'm still yet to get that elusive victory. So then 10 seconds behind this guy again. So the guy on the Tech 3 KTM just keeps getting not involved in the crashes, and he just pulls away. I mean, fair play, he's got some fantastic pace. We really need something to befall him, I think, to overthrow him, because 29.3, that's ridiculous. So then we're back at Misano again because I accidentally pressed A on the on the track. So we're doing it again, so apologies to anyone that was in the lobby watching this. I didn't mean to pick it twice. Hopefully we'll pick a better track for the next one. So waiting for the lights to go out here then at Misano. Once again, lights out and away we go. Pretty decent start. Oh, we've been almost clipped by Marquez there as we go down towards the first corner, and we've been taken out again. So it seems like the same people causing crashes at the first corner. I think it might have been a deliberate thing both times actually, now that I think about it. So we try and return to the track promptly. But we are going to be very, very far behind, unfortunately. So we're down in last place, actually, I am. So that's another opportunity at getting a decent result. Absolutely squandered. But not by, obviously, my own doing, just by other people. The front tyre is so cold because I actually haven't got to brake on it yet. So that felt atrocious going into Rio. So as we go through Tremonto, then a bit of a wide Ducati there. But we're not close enough to overtake him. Through turn 13, we're closing up as we go down towards Caro on the inside. I've lost the front, I've taken him out. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I just lost the front underneath him. It would have worked as well if I hadn't have done that. Oh, such a stupid rookie error. I feel really bad about that. Oh, well, I suppose we've got to get over it and get gone. I mean, he's just corner cut that, so I kind of feel a little bit less bad about that now, to be honest. Through this corner, then we're going to overtake someone. I think it's Kenny. So up into 7th place. Oh no, it was Aries 25. Oh, contact ahead into the last corner then. Still contact happening between that Ducati we had off and a Suzuki that crashed ahead. But to be honest, the Ducati's gapped me by quite a bit, although he did corner cut the first couple of corners, didn't he? He's going for the dive bomb and he's corner cutting again. So the riding of his isn't that clean, so I don't feel quite as bad for losing the front underneath him. It's still quite bad. But I genuinely just made a mistake on the front end. And he's looking for the inside into Rio. We've hit him at the back because he's gone so slow in. And he's still trying to get past this Suzuki rider. We picked up a penalty by sliding through turn 5, through turn 6 then. On the power down towards the next corner, Quercia. We're going to the right-hand side of the Ducati, into the brakes nice and early, and he's gone way too hard to Quercia. He's hit the Suzuki. We're closing up to Suzuki now. We're going to get the power underneath him. The Ducati trying to get the power down side by side with Suzuki towards Tremonto. Through turn 9, then into Tremonto. Are we going to be dive bombed by the Ducati? Not quite, but we got the run through Tremonto. There we go. Past the Suzuki, up into 5th position. But also we have got a little bit of a penalty to contend with as well. He's trying to go around the outside towards Buccini. That's a brave move. I've had to sort of let him have that one to not cause an absolutely horrendous accident. Don't want to be having 2 people off in one race. We've had contact with him through 13. That's actually put me off a little bit wide. So we're not going to be able to attack into Caro like we tried on the Ducati. Through Caro though, he's got a bit wide on the power. Trying to slide the bike underneath him. So the penultimate turn then, it's going to be a dive bomb Misano. He's gone wide, he's gone into the grass, that's affected him as we go into Misano, then up the inside. We've actually got the move done after he's trying to run it around the outside off the circuit. He's on the grass, he's got the move though, around the outside. So it's going to be 6th place in this race, so finally not a podium. So then 6th place, 12 seconds off the guy that won, so pretty similar distance to the time before, just except there was more people in front of me then. So here we are then for the last race of the video here at Laguna Seca. You know what, this never gets picked online. The historic tracks very rarely get picked, so I thought I'll give it a go here. We're starting 3rd place here as Joan Mir, so we've actually got a shot of maybe getting a victory because I think the KTM guy left. Lights on, and away we go. Kenny on the pole, but he's already lost the position to Gouldar. And the Suzuki from the previous race, try to get the inside of him as we go down towards the first corner. Hit to the brakes nice and early, don't want to be collected by anyone. Up the inside goes to Petrucci, and oh, are you joking me? No! No, we get collected by a Yamaha at the first corner. Just didn't brake. Someone coming back up the track in front of us. We got a penalty as well for going across that little bit of gravel. That seems a bit stupid. And he's just dive bombed me. I thought he was going to take me out there. He's just missed, fortunately enough. But, oh, that's frustrating. So we've got a penalty. We've had a crash at the first lap of Laguna Seca race. That is it. Race over already. So unfortunately, we're not going to get a win in this lobby. It's been a while since we've not had a win. You know, if you ignore the fact that in the last episode I didn't get a win, but I mean in the 3-lap races it's been a long time since I haven't had a win. Oh, some people crashed at the corkscrew, and I've messed up the corkscrew massively actually, so I don't really know what I was doing there. I think I clipped the curb on the inside on the way in, so we're up to 7th place now. But hopefully we can get up to 6th place shortly, getting past this Ducati through turn 10. Then someone waiting up a little bit. I think they might have caused a crash, but there we go. Into the last corner, the Ducati late on the brakes. He's gone in way too wide. The Suzuki's lost the front and taken them both out, so we're up into the top 5 once again. Got to get my head down and try and make up some time. 5.7 seconds, that's going to be hard to do at Laguna Seca. So we're getting ready to start the final lap then. I think the guy ahead of us crashed, so we've gained a lot of time on him. I've done the fastest up 19.6. We've gone way too wide into the first corner yet, and we've got a penalty again, which is fair enough. I accidentally went over the track limits onto the tarmac on the outside. Into the corkscrew, then he's lost the front. He's crashed in the corkscrew, he's bottled it. So there we go then, up into 4th place. I think that's highest we're going to get. 6.9 seconds to the riders ahead. We're not going to be catching up with that anytime soon. I think they were quicker than me anyway. Although Guldar has crashed at the last corner. I think he might have been in the lead group. Actually, 2 of them have gone down, but they are just out of reach for me, unfortunately. So Kenny MM93 gets another victory from pole position there as we come up towards the line. It was probably my win there, but unfortunately got taken away by being taken out at the first corner. So just missing out on the podium then for the final race. So not a very successful lobby for myself, but some fast riders to go up against, and because I got quite unlucky with takeouts, I just couldn't really compete with them. But I hope you guys did enjoy that video anyway. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you're all staying safe, and I shall see you in the next one.